Welcome back, bonbons. Today I'm going to share with you the bleeding heart recipe from Dark Love. These little red hearts are painted red like the Queen's roses. And inside, the chai spices have melded with the chocolate ganache into a bite of sweet spiciness. To make these little bites of feel good, start by heating the cream and the tea just to a simmer. Then turn off the heat and cover. Let it steep for 5 minutes. Using a gold coffee filter, strain all the tea from the cream. You want a very fine filter for this since the tea powder will make your ganache gritty. You can also use a pre-moistened cheesecloth, but that introduces more water into the recipe. More water means a shorter shelf life. It won't come out on its own, so you will have to brute force it. Really press as much of the cream out as you can. Once you've extracted as much cream from the tea as possible, weigh the cream and then add enough whole milk to bring it back up to the original starting weight of the cream. Carefully melt your chocolate. I do this in the microwave, 30 seconds and then stir it, 30 seconds more and stir. Repeat this until it's almost fully melted. The heat of the melted chocolate will melt the rest as you stir. Once it's completely melted, stir in your cream. It'll look somewhat unpleasant at first, but like the ugly duckling, it's going to become beautiful. You can use an immersion blender here, or you can do it by hand like I am to create an emulsion of cream and chocolate. It's important that the chocolate is just barely melted for this. That means the chocolate does not exceed 92 degrees Fahrenheit. This ensures that it stays in temper. Tempered chocolate in the ganache leads to a creamier texture. Mix in your corn syrup or invert sugar syrup of choice and the vanilla bean paste, followed by the butter. In the end, it should look shiny and silky. You won't be able to see yourself in it, but it should reflect light. Pour it into your poor man's piping bag, or a real piping bag, whichever you like to use, and grab your pre-prepared chocolate shells. Allow it to cool to 90 degrees Fahrenheit or 32 degrees Celsius, and then pipe like you're the Pied Piper until all your shells are filled. Remember not to overfill them. A slightly thicker bottom is better than a leaky one. Pop them into the fridge for 30 minutes or so to allow them to firm up a bit before sealing them. And this is the final result. All those little blood red hearts, just for you. Don't try to hide any under the floor, or they may start telling tales. The best flavor to be had occurs after a day or two, so that the spices and chocolate can meld together. Let's cut one open now and see what it's like inside. I hope you try this simple recipe. Until next time, bye bye bonbons.